as we are underway here in Week 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Jets defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up. We'll soon find out.
On third down, Daniels. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Now Hall to start the drive. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Jets at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. A good pickup there, 20 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. You talk about this Jets defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback up early.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Back to throw. Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Deron Payne, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Rodgers. And quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is fielded at the 27. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On the catch, it's Crowder. Into space at the 45, and he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this one too low.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels forced out to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Rodgers now on 1st down. He completes it to Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
34-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Davis running right. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Commanders.
Now it's Rodgers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Now a toss play. Allen. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That pass caught by McLaurin.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Still going.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
We saw the forecast, snow, didn't know how it would affect this game. Right there, the offensive ball carrier showing it's not affecting him too much.
I just remember us walking into the booth from outside. We were going very slowly, weren't we, making sure we had our footing? The offensive player always has the advantage in this situation. He knows where he's going. For the defensive guys trying to react, much tougher.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And a good job on the hold there as this is good through the snow, and this game is tied. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Daron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Rodgers going to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw,
so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They need 18 yards here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clinton Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Watson. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Rodgers.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. He finds Wilson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. This one caught by Crowder. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Jets' 45-yard line.
Back to throw again. Complete to Zacchaeus. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw here, hold in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McManus now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's brought in by Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down carry for Davis. And he's got it down to the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Paul want to give up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now Washington down by a field goal. A minute 53 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's back to throw. That is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going after passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Pass complete to Robinson, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Dotson, he's got it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Back to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught, and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here comes 2nd down. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now the Washington offense heading out. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Commanders.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And the Commanders' first down.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And down to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. Crowder's got it over the middle.
Complete to number 80, Jamison Crowder.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get in the field goal range, and get us a win.
3rd and 3. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tie. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
That's caught left side. Ruckert with him. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open air the booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.